And we're live. We're live once again. And welcome to another Simply Diagnostics video, courtesy of www.simplydiag.net. Welcome to another very warm, hot and sunny day here in sunny Cheshire. And today we've got a 2012 Mazda Mx5 with the L827 engine, I think it is. 1.8 petrol. And it's logging a DTC. Customer complaint is lack of power, feels like it's going to cut out, and it's logging a DTC of P2097. Postcat fuel trim system too rich. Hey up Ricky, how are you mate? Yeah, so this is the fault code it's logging. I'm using the Autocom today, courtesy of Diagnostic Connections, but I'm purely looking at this. Hey up Scott, Mike, James. I'm looking at this purely in OBD. It's my preferred method of looking at fueling issues and stuff like that. So what we've got here, we've got a very potentially expensive rabbit hole that we don't really want to go down. Simon, T-Bag, Halim, Kev. Yeah, we've got a potentially expensive rabbit hole that we don't really want to go down. We don't want to be replacing O2 sensors and MAP sensors and stuff like that. So we're going to check this system out properly. Ian, good afternoon. So first of all, we're going to live data, and we have a quick look at our baseline data. Okay. So we just want to look at a few little bits and pieces. So we're going to fuel system status, engine coolant temp, map pressure. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Airflow. Corey, how are you, Matthew? Yeah, I wish it was DD time, mate. Commanded EGR. Barrow. That'll do. So we can see there all we're looking at. So at the minute it's in open loop. Coolant temp 73 degrees Celsius. Maps reading 103 kilopascals for atmospheric. Zero airflow from the MAF. 0% commanded EGR, and our barrow's also the same. So that validates our map sensor straight away. So what we're going to do now, we'll just quickly start it up. Let's see what happens when it's running. Okay, so our intake map has dropped down to about 27. About right. Yeah, about right. Anywhere really between 28, 29, 27. What I'd be expecting to see. 0% EGR. Barrow stayed the same. And we're now in closed loop, so it's relying on the O2 sensor data. So let's just have a look at that. So I'll bin those values, and what we'll look at instead is, we know it's in closed loop, so we'll look at short term, long term, airflow, come on baby, down you come. Then we want O2 sensor current, O2 sensor voltage. Right, so we can see there at idle with a warm engine, we're in closed loop. It's roughly around the 0% mark. Yeah, Rob, there's a software update for P2096, but not 2097. So we can see our short term's round about 0, our long term's adding fuel about 5%. Airflow rate from the MAF 2.2 grams per second. Now I've already been on and used the ATG volumetric efficiency calculator. That's only I've only got about 80% VE. So I'm not too happy. I think I've got a problem. my initial suspicions is my MAF. But you can see there both O2 sensors, so the current on bank 1, it's positive all the time, yeah, which indicates it's lean. And then we can see bank 1 sensor 2, we're at 0.07 of a volt, okay, which is also indicating lean. So if I pick it up off idle, so we'll come on to a fast idle there. How many RPMs are we at? 2000 RPM. And you see there we're only at 5 grams per second at 2000 RPM. I'm thinking that's a little bit low. You can see there off idle, our O2 sensor is still, bank 1 sensor 1 is still staying lean, and so is bank 1 sensor 2. But if I give it wide open throttle, bank 1 sensor 1 goes positive, and so did bank 1 sensor 2. Yeah, good point, Corey. Okay, so basically we've got two O2 sensors that are reporting a lean condition. Hey up, Paul, glad you made it. Alright, we've got two O2 sensors that are reporting a lean condition, but both of them go rich under wide open throttle, and then on over them they both go lean again. Okay, so at this point I'm not suspecting the O2 sensors. Alright, look at that airflow rate from the MAF, 2.1. so let's have a quick look. Let me get out the car. I've already got, you can see I've got the car jacked up and on axle stands, just to show you the two O2 sensor connectors are down there. So I've done a few basic checks for another video, how to check an O2 sensor. That video will be coming up soon. So that's where you get it. Anyway, that's where you get it, the O2 sensor plugs, nice and easy. I've had my little smoke machine out and I've smoked it, so there are no air intake leaks. And we're currently now back probed into the signal line from the mass airflow meter. Now, this is where being part of the SDN, the Simply Diag network, comes in. We've got a resident Mazda Mitsubishi specialist in there, and he's telling me that that voltage should be 1.4 volts at idle. Yeah, that is considerably less than 1.4 volts. Yeah, so 0.3 of a volt out on there. So I would say that MAF is actually under reading. I checked the oil as well. There's no obvious extended cranking, knocks, rattles, bangs, anything like that. I've had the purge line clamped off just to make sure it's not a purge valve sat there. I've had that clamped off to make sure that I've not got anything there. I've also had the crankcase breather blocked off, made no difference. So my money at the minute is going on the mass airflow sensor. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull that MAF and just have a quick look at it. It's nice and easy to do. Nice and easy to do. Although it might not be one-handed. Alright, so that's that off. What do we need for that? Phillips. Let's get a Phillips screwdriver. There's one we prepared earlier. That's the beauty of having everything laid out on my van. 35 of you watching, only 5 thumbs up. Come on, let's have some more thumbs up. Right, so all we do, we're taking these screws out. That's one. That's two. I'm going to put them screws down safely there. So when I can't find my screws, I have to remind me that's where they are. I'm just going to pull our math out. I don't know whether you can, yeah, you can see there. So obviously we've got the thermistor there, that'll be for the air temp, I would imagine. Then the airflow is actually going to be inside there. Doesn't seem to be anything obstructing it. Let's just get a quick little torch, see if we can see anything. There you go, you can just see in there, they look cleanish, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little clean and let's see if we can't change that reading. Give it a little clean, see if we can't change that reading. Be a little bit gentle with it. There we go, another good reason to have everything set up. Bit of throttle body cleaner, that'll do. Just give it a little blast out, little toot. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, that's vaporizing quick, that is. Must be a nice sunny day. I'm not really a fan of sticking a Q-tip down there because what I don't want to be doing is replacing a 300 quid math for me sticking a Q-tip down it. So I'm just going to be very, very gentle. Oh, that's better. 11 thumbs up. We like that. Thank you very much. Can we see down there now? Probably do with a better torch to have a look at it. I don't know whether I've got a better torch, to be honest, on me. A pinpoint one on me. Yeah, so at the minute, my money is my money's on the math. Say hello to YouTube, mate. Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Find your ball. Where's your ball, mate? Well, here comes Cassie. There's Cassie, the old lady. Find your ball. Go, where's your ball? Find it. Crazy fools. They're great. Dogs are the best thing ever invented. So let's have a look. Can we see any difference on that math now? Oh yeah, it looks a lot shinier, doesn't it? A lot brighter. Let's see if it's actually made any difference to the reading. Right, where did I put my screws? Can anybody remember where I put my screws? Chat delays, we beat you on that one. Found him. That one in. That's the perils of working live, that. Well, you'd have all laughed at me if I'd dropped that, wouldn't you? So math connected back up. Back in back probed. I'm just sliding this gently past the weather pack seal. I'm not forcing anything in. I'm feeling my way in gently. That should be a good connection now. Key on, we need to be seeing 0.7, and engine idling we need to be seeing 1.4 volts. So there we go. So we got 0.7 key on. If you notice, when I first did it, it was only 0.6. Now has it changed? .1, no, so we're still a long way off 1.4 volts there. Let it get into a regular idle first. Well, we're better than we were, but we're still not brilliant. I suspect if we picked, oh, that was surprising. If we picked it up a little more, yeah, up. So, let's get the tablet out here where we can see. So, ignition on, engine not running. It's going to make us, it's lost comms, isn't it? So, live data. Fuel system 1 status, long term, short term, airflow rate, O2 sensor current, there's the O2 sensor voltage. There. Yeah, so cleaning it's made absolutely no difference. I'm quite confident that that reading is too low. You see, our long-term fuel trims have dropped a little bit, but our short-term is still stuck at 0, so it's not really doing anything. So, just a quick question for you. I'll just get out the sun a minute because my baldy head's going to be getting baked. Just a quick question for you. We've looked at O2 sensor functionality. We've looked at the map. The map for me has got a little red flag by it at the moment. I think that's under reading. What else should we be checking before we go down the rabbit hole of buying a new map sensor? I've checked for air leaks. I've checked the circuits on the O2 sensors. Not as part of this diagnosis, but for another video. But I have checked those. We've looked at fuel trim. We've looked at O2 sensor response, map voltage, check for air leaks, check the purge, check the crankcase breather, check the condition of the air filter itself. What have we not done? What have we not done? What have we missed? Any ideas? Got a substituted box, connections back to the ECU. Yeah, Paul, I could do that. Hey up 40, how are you? Yeah, somebody get this man a head cam. Yeah, I've got one of them things, what do you call them, that you put your phone in, gyroscope thing. Can't think what it's called. Gimbal, yeah, we could check EGR, but if the EGR was open, do you think it might be running a little bit rougher than it is? Air filter restriction, yeah, we've already checked the air filter. So bear in mind, this is logging a rich code, but it's actually running lean. Paul, it's not a high mileage, mate, it's 40-something thousand mile. We've checked the VIN for software updates and stuff like that for this. There is one for P2096 but not P2097. Come on, somebody said it before. Do a dead simple test. Okay. If we can't rely on the math, yeah, we're not sure about the math. Oh, look at that. So our O2 sensors are capable of responding, aren't they? Because they've both gone rich. The minute I unplugged it, they both went rich. Plug it back in. Bank 1 sensor 1's stuck lean now. Bank 1 sensor 2 will probably start to come down. Alright, so if this was your job, so this is how I approach this now, right? If this was my job, okay, and that mass airflow sensor was £1,000 or $1,000, what would be your next step? Let's say the O2 sensors are $1,000 a piece, the maps $1,000 a piece. What would your next step be? We've got to be $1,000 confident that whatever we say is going to fix this, we'll fix it. Yeah, put a simulator box in, so that's it. So we do what we call a bypass test. Yeah, so we'll put a signal in, we'll put that 1.4 volts in and see what happens to the O2 sensors. No, the air filter's fine, Halim. What other check haven't we done? We're missing a vital step that we haven't done. We're talking about a mixture fault here. So we've looked at the measurement of the mixture, we've looked at the airflow side of the mixture. What side haven't we looked at? Well done, Rob. Exactly it, mate. We've no idea whether we've got too much fuel pressure, too little fuel pressure, how the injectors are opening. Yeah, I could also spray some fuel in the intake. But what I can do is I could put some, well, not fuel, obviously. I'm not going to be putting neat fuel in. What I could do is put a bit of propane in. Unfortunately, my propane bottle's empty. Can't do that. But I need to confirm my fuel pressure and my fuel flow, don't I, before I go throwing any parts on this that are going to cost me money if I get it wrong. I've got to confirm my fuel. Yeah. Who'd have thought a fuel stream fault would have been this complicated? Right? Yeah, so like I say, this, it could have quite easily gone in and had a couple of O2 sensors, a MAP sensor and that, but we're really, at the moment, we've not proved anything other than the O2's ability to react. Yeah, Nick, customer complaint is lacking power. I've got a P2097 fuel system rich code, post-cat. Yeah, so well, I'll tell you what my next step is now. My next step is I'm going to turn the car off, I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to manually confirm pressure and flow for my fuel. I'm going to have a little bit of another go at cleaning that mass airflow meter, and then what I'm going to do is I'll put a sensor simulator on it. Hey up, Michael, I'll put a sensor simulator on it, and put that airflow up to 1.4 volts and see what happens there. So you never know, we might get a part 2. We'll see how we go. Right, you know, yeah, fuel sample as well. Well, part of that, obviously, we can, when we're looking at fuel flow, we'll measure that, so we'll actually get a sample of fuel and see what's in the fuel. So we'll see if we get a part 2 later on. We've just got to route out now some connections and stuff like that to get the fuel test rigged up, and we'll get a conclusion for you later on this afternoon. Manuel, how are you, mate? Rick, no, the air filter is absolutely spotless. Right, so thanks for watching. Make sure you got notifications enabled. Give us a thumbs up if you can. Drop a comment in the comment section below once the video's uploaded. Feel free to share, share, and we'd love to see you over at simplydiag.net. Thanks for watching. You're awesome. Part 2 coming.